agency that, is concerned with coffee in the country. It has, raised dust. There are some people who are like, no, the Minister of Agriculture does not have what it takes, to take care of this agent of coffee and everything. So they're like advocating for the staying of this, particular agency, that is UCDA. And a number of issues. Council Ninsima, a very good morning and good to have you once again.
Very good morning to you and our viewers. I congratulate everybody who has got something good. Glory be to God, and also allow me pass my sincere condolences and sympathies to those who have lost their dear ones.
You should start with me. I lost a brother last week.
So sad, so sad. Inna lillahi wa inna lillahi raji'un. So even the people of Chisoro who lost the state minister for defense, the cabinet, the President Museveni, and the whole country. Also pass my sincere condolences to everybody in this country. Otherwise, I wish you a good political show.
Yeah. Let's start right away, Council Ninsima. Your take on President Museveni saying that he was cheated in the 2020 elections. Do you take him seriously or was joking? When you look at his demeanor, if you looked at his demeanor well, the president wasn't really joking. Though it didn't seem to sound like he was so much hurt, because he was speaking about it, with a smiling face and what. It didn't sound like he was so much hurt. After all, he won the election. But again, in the same tone, he was expressing disappointment and injustice, where he felt that he was cheated. Why would they cheat him? And for him to say that if you want, you can sue me, I'm ready to defend myself in court, it means that the man was serious about what he was saying. Take it up.
Yeah, it has, I think it is like 10 hours or so, where the president mentioned about the NUP leading the 2021 elections. He mentioned this while he was in Munyonyo. You see, there has been a function for 3 days about the security conference where we have been remembering
General Nyakirima.
Yes, Honorable General Aronda Nyakirima and his contribution to the country. So it has been ongoing, I think like 3 days ago. That's when yesterday the president was delivering his remarks and mentioned about this. He mentioned that NUP, he has evidence that in 2021 the elections were alleged by NUP. And so some people took it as a joke, others could not even believe it, but not until he went ahead to mention that whoever is aggrieved with the president's remarks or reactions should take action against him. So that has really brought very many questions, and I've seen even you, the fourth estate, that is media. You have been questioning this. Why is he bringing it right now? Why didn't he raise it the other time and what?
The term is soon coming to an end. And
no, the president says it is evident that almost 1 million votes were reached by these NUP supporters. So that's what he's mentioning about. And I think I am still analyzing this statement.
Yes.
Because he just mentioned it yesterday, and it has just like taken like 10 hours or so. So I need to analyze it further. But that's what I saw.
But objectively speaking, Council Ninsima, you're not young. You're an adult. You're educated.
Yes.
You've been here. This was not the first election you observed or you participated in. President Museveni standing somewhere and he tells you that he was cheated in an election. Does that make sense to you?
Well, but for us, we say he who alleges must prove.
Exactly.
I think by
So he
the
carries
time
the burden to prove.
by the time he mentioned so,
If NUP
he has all the evidence.
If NUP,
you had him
if NUP does what he told them, that if you want, you can sue me. I'm imagining, what if they really went on and sued him? This man is just going to burden his counsels, his lawyers, because they're most likely to lose the case. What evidence does he have? And two, in my opinion, he's most likely also to expose himself, because the NRM has also been accused of cheating. So as you try to defend yourself, to defend your statement that was cheated, you find yourself also kind of opening up, exposing yourself.
But you see,
To show that you're also
the president has been moving countrywide movements. And I think where he has always been reaching, he has got some information, or people have been telling him. And he has been evaluating this, the results of 2021 elections. I remember there was I think someone was making a survey about the concluded elections of the 2021 and mentioning about regions. He said, but when I assess the region of Western, Eastern, and Central. So he was he was assessing these regions and coming up with the results. And where NUP was saying, we won. But when you look at some regions like Western, like Eastern, you know, it is only maybe the NUP principle that could maybe win some place in some places. But individuals were questioning that if you are saying you won the elections in the country, why then in some places you even don't have followers? You don't even have political leaders. Like people were saying, like in the Western, there are few NUP, leaders. So this brought a heated debate also, and people were saying, no, look, if the president comes here and says the elections were rigged in the 2021 elections, the president knows. You see, the president, this is not the first time he's participating in the election. You remember the reason why he went to the bush? It is because the elections were rigged. So he knows all the avenues and where he stands to mention that the elections were rigged. So I think he has viewed and he has seen and he has interacted with very many Ugandans, and they have told him so. So I think we cannot just take it lightly. I saw the rope responding.
If I was around, I was in the same premises where President Museveni made that statement, I wouldn't have controlled the laughing. I would have really laughed out aloud. And now that I wasn't, but I'm around you, and you're defending that statement, I can't control the laughter. I feel like I need to laugh.
No, but I'm not defending the statement, but the head of state is the one who mentioned it.
And it makes sense to me that okay, you're trying to say that whatever the head of state says is nothing but the whole truth. That's what you're saying?
Of course.
Don't take me there because I can remind you
to this
a number of lies the president has made to Ugandans.
To this
Ever since he came here, he's been lying to us.
No, but we are only debating about his statement of the rigging of the elections.
When you say that because it came from him, you want to treat it as nothing but the whole truth.
No, but he has
wanted to remind you that the president is not that honest. He has lied to us on a number of times.
Like what?
Oh,
like
ever
what?
since he came here.
Like what?
1986 when he had just come here.
Hey.
Remember the statements he made at the floor of parliament, at the veranda of parliament. When he diagnosed the problem of African leaders.
No, but the president mentioned about
I want to tell you a number of lies.
The fundamental change.
We are talking about a man who said that he wouldn't continue ruling Uganda beyond 75. He's very soon making 80. We are talking about a man who was like he was just here for...
That one, the amendment was tabled in parliament, and...
we are talking about a man who came into
the age limit was...
And he was like, he's not a politician. He just wants to first stabilize the country, then step away, and then the politicians can take over. That they were going to be here for a short time. They are not going to... Anyway.
But the vision he has for this country is still ongoing.
Let me introduce.
And so that's why you see Ugandans
Let me introduce Mr. Gideon Tugume. He refers to himself as the president of the unprivileged. He is the founder of the National Unity and Reconciliation Platform, which later on turned into National Unity Platform. He's one of those who claim that Kyagulanyi Ssentamu and the team that he's working with, they snatched the leadership of NUP. So they're not the legitimate owners and leaders of the National Unity Platform. In fact, he questions their leadership. Good to have you, sir. A very good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Glad to see you this morning and glad to meet my learned friend. We have been together in political talk shows and political, scenes on several occasions. So I'm so glad to be here this morning. Good morning, everyone, and those in the studio and the one on camera and the rest. So I'm so glad to be here this morning.
Pleasure to have you.
Yes, I found you in a discussion, and I enjoyed it. I was like as if I'm viewing personally somewhere. You you interacted and you were so interesting. So I felt like you should continue as I'm just watching. But as I participated, President Museveni is a very funny man. At times you look at him and even enjoy his talking.
He's a hard to hate man.
Yeah, he's good at talking.
He always knows how to
He's
crack
good
jokes.
at talking. The bad thing is that we had to withdraw the case and put it to the people. If that case had not been withdrawn, it would have revealed many things. But my colleagues immediately withdrew it and took it to the people.
Because they realized they're not going to get the justice.
Yes, as it is to the people now, it is time for the people, I don't know to sit where, I don't know who is going to convene this court and to hear. Because now President Museveni, he has brought up, an accusation which must be resolved by either the court or a tribunal or any sitting somewhere. It cannot die like that. Remember, President Museveni never stood with only NUP. No. He had other candidates, you remember, who stood. So you cannot say they stole his vote as if he
But he particularly accused the NUP.
He even has a number.
I'm just
even established the number.
It is very dangerous. NUP never stood with President Museveni alone. It stood with other candidates.
So what you're saying, if NUP cheated, it never cheated on Rene
Yes,
Ngare.
definitely. If it was cheating, it is not possible that NUP cheated only President Museveni. It would have cheated even the others who had stood. So I don't know how he reached to the extent.
The others are not complaining. He's the one who is complaining.
No.
They are accusing actually.
No, you see.
Instead, they're accusing him.
No, you see. Let me tell you, we accused actually President Museveni for having stolen the vote, and we even had evidence. But I'm saying that the unfortunate thing is that the case was withdrawn. And he was speaking, whichever was talking, putting on the uniform. The man retired many years ago. He's a retired general who is even not supposed to be putting on those uniforms. He's speaking, putting on a full uniform, and is speaking to the soldiers. You see?
But is the
commander-in-chief.
No, what I'm saying is speaking, is putting on the full uniform. By the way, it is no longer fitting him well. Those people who are,
now you're going personal.
No.
You're going personal.
No. I'm just telling you the truth. They need to make a fitting uniform of him in the first place.
But if you have a problem with President Museveni, who is a general, in other words, a soldier, wearing, adorning in military attire,
which does not fit him.
No, but the fit is different. I've seen civilian presidents, like the former president of Kenya, Mr. Kenyatta. I've seen him not once, not twice, don the military attire. I've seen various presidents, who are not soldiers.
But presidents are commanders in chief.
Be the commander in chief.
He knows.
You should have a problem.
He knows even.
Have you heard my addendum? The addendum is that the uniform should be fitting.
The framers of our constitution mentioned about it in
that one I've agreed.
I'm entirely your issues about.
I'm entirely agreeing that
your issues about
the fitting
of the uniform must be also worked upon in order to fit within that arrangement. That is, and then secondly, his accusation of NUP is extremely ambiguous. Of course, when you look at it, you cannot accuse NUP really, which you won and accepted and even formed the leader of opposition. You are the president, and after 4 years, that's when you are choosing the person you said to have won, but again you are still claiming 1 million votes from them. So generally it is unfortunate.
The president is not the one who brought the leader of opposition.
No, what I'm saying is that there are people you are choosing, even accepted that you are the president you won, and even formed the leader of opposition. That indicated that really they accepted that you are the president of a
That's
country.
not true. They have never recognized him. That's why they keep referring to him.
No.
Yes, they may have formed, they may have gone ahead and they appointed leader of opposition.
Yes.
But if you have listened to them numerous times, they don't refer to him as president.
So what is his
They
claim? What is his claim
President
now? Does he claim the presidency or claim
but
the
you
votes?
see, the NUP in the first place also accused us of leading votes, their votes. And you have mentioned it categorically.
But gentlemen, I want us to speak, if we could speak objectively,
yes,
especially Mr. Ninsima.
Yes.
This is President Museveni, a politician, a typical politician.
Yes.
We are left with just months to head to campaigns. So what gimmick, what is President Museveni trying to pull? Speak objectively. Of course, we can all tell that in this statement, the president was just kind of, cracking a joke. But if we can speak like political analysts and intellectuals, what gimmick do you think the president, as a politician, as a typical politician, what is he trying to pull? What impression is he trying to create?
You see, like I mentioned it earlier, that the president, while officiating on the
commemoration of General Ronda Nyakairima.
General Honorable
In fact, it's a military expo, but
Nyakairima's achievements
they
in
wanted
the
to
country.
celebrate, yes, the fallen former CDF.
In the middle of his speech, he mentioned about this, that he has evidence, and it is clear that the National Unity Platform leaded the 2021 elections. And he actually brought it clearly that by 1 million votes. So I think when the president makes such a statement and he even reveals the amount, the figure, I think he is, first of all, he has all the evidence, but also what the president mentioned is that he had even he has even the platform of him going to the courts of law. But
is prepared for that, for any consequences that may come as a result of this statement.
Yes, but he is trying to tell the nation that much as we are nearing the 2026 general elections, we should be much aware that the 2021 results or elections were rigged by the National Unity Platform. And what do we have to do as cadres or in the NRM? First of all, to get or to have our eyes open and also do a great mobilization, that if there is any intended rigging by the NUP or any other political party in the ongoing, the forthcoming elections, then we should be very, much aware, much targeted, because we have already been forewarned by His Excellency the President. So we have to, look forward to combating that and reclaiming our results in the forthcoming elections. So I think that is.
Actually,
Mr. Tumata, I was coming to you.
Yes.
I want to point out to you the same question. As a political analyst, as an experienced, as a somebody who's been here for quite long, we've seen President Museveni. This statement, first of all, is timely. You can tell, because if it was true that the NUP cheated him, this is something that he would have even mentioned earlier when NUP petitioned the Supreme Court. That's when he would have come out and said, or himself would also have petitioned, although he was the winner. But why bring it now?
It indicates that actually what we are seeing could be something different. The president could have got intelligence reports that is losing the 2026 elections. And so, by that, he's trying to prepare the military. That when you see me beaten, know that these people have the capability of cheating the elections. That is, politically, that's how you have to analyze.
Tugume's analysis is...
Let's first listen to him.
Generally, the man is telling the military that the NUP has the capacity of rigging elections. In the last elections, they managed to rig 1 million my votes.
And I want to treat that seriously.
Yes.
Also, Mr. Ninsima, Councillor Ninsima, if you listen to Mr. Tugume,
Yes.
you can really feel there is a lot of sense.
Yes,
in what
I'm
he's
telling
saying.
you. This
Because, look, first of all, where he was speaking from.
Yes.
Look at the audience he was speaking to. Carry on, Mr. Tugume.
He's trying to prepare the military that in the event that I'm beaten on the ballot,
I've been cheated.
don't think that I will have been cheated. Because even the last time, whether because it was not shown, but they cheated 1 million.
It means in the next election, they must...
Yes, if they managed to cheat, if NUP managed to cheat 1 million of votes when it had just begun, when it was not even a year old, and now it has been in the field of politics for the last 4 years, they are likely to cheat 4 million. So 4 million plus the 3.5 we got as NUP, that is about 7 point something. So the man is gone. So he's preparing the military that please, when you see me going, you know that I've been cheated. So that the military can take, all the necessary measures, either by taking over or by saluting the NUP president we have gone through. So I think now the people must know that the president has already now known what is going to happen and is trying to find the excuses of saying that he's going to lose the vote by cheating by the opposition. So I salute all the opposition members for the effort that you have put, to the extent that you have put the man on the wall of revealing and acknowledging the trend that is coming up. Please put it up, keep it up. 2026, the man is going to cry further for more cheating of votes. Now it was 1 million, let him claim 7 million votes being cheated. We have him on, we have him.
In our hands. Let's just take a very short break. Be right back.
I don't think that is right. You cannot be second by the NUP.
No, he has got the reports.
BTM TV akuletedde Raise Your Mic ate ensonga za kuyimbira ku live band ngatte abawanguzi bakwewangulya ebirabo eby'enjawulo okuli obukadde bw'ensimbi 5 pikipiki kapyata okuliko nyimbo ne vidiyo n'ebirabo ebirala bingi okwetaba mu Raise Your Mic genda ku simu nyiga *277*407# olondeko ya Raise Your Mic olondeko option ya participate osinese butereevu ojja kuba weetabe mu auditions wano ku BTM TV. Abaana babayiseemu ku mutendera oguddako bakulondebwa abalabi baffe aba BTM era beewulira ebirabo biwegiddwa Simba Automotives ne bikutuusibwako BTM TV.
Don't miss on BTM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're excited to bring you a brand new show titled Jazz with Cyrus. Have you desired to listen to saxophone music, flute music, harp music, trumpet music, keyboards? There'll be lots of guests, there'll be lots of music and fun and inspirational talk. Join us every Friday, 6 p.m. with Miss Cyrus.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform.
Thank you so much for staying with us. You're still watching the Daybreak, still here with my panelists. At the extreme end, I'll have Mr. Tugume Gideon. He's the founder member of the NURP, that's the National Unity and Reconciliation.
NUP, please. Don't push me back, okay? Yes, we renamed the child to NUP.
Yours was NURP.
No.
Let me first.
No,
let me first
even
point
right now.
then clarify later.
No.
Let me first tell you what I know.
I can't allow you because first of all, NUP is one. The founder members
Just
of
give me a
NUP, the founder name, there were no.
I know. Just give me a second. This is what we normally do. Huh? In most cases, this is what also teachers do. You listen to a student. If his submission is not correct or satisfactory, you correct them. Let me tell you what I know and what the viewers know. Yours, you and Chiwalama, yours was NURP, which was so dormant, inactive, unknown. And let me tell you what you know, then clarify later. Unknown, in slumber, in the Electoral Commission, NURP, National Unity and Reconciliation Party. And now here comes Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, a powerful man politically, very popular with his team. They get your NURP, slightly change the name, make it popular, give it life. Here it is, now you come back to reclaim it. That's what I know, that's what the public know. Take it up with your clarifications.
At Sheraton Hotel, the beds are laid right now.
In Kampala.
Kampala here. If you went and you hired a room and went to sleep and you find a laid bed, don't say the bed has been empty.
Hey.
No. If you went to a hotel and you found a bed which you have hired and you sleep in it, don't say this bed nobody has ever slept in this bed because you are sleeping there. No.
Did you know NURP?
Yes. Let me tell you this.
Did you know
No, you don't need to know it, by the way. You don't need to know it. Because the foundation of a house, when it is there, you will see it when it has gone out of the foundation. Okay? But when the foundation is there, and what do you call a house? You call a house this one, the wall which has gone up. The house is the foundation. For you want me to say that we did wrong to start a party, and it was on the foundation. Did you want it to grow by what? When you start a foundation of a house, you must have the bricks.
Or maybe you did not have the following.
Yes, if you haven't got the following, doesn't mean that you will never have. No, you must have. In 1980, NRM was there. It was UPM. Do you know where it is now? Do you know how many people it had? It is still existing. UPM still exists with some people.
No, we rebranded. We keep rebranding.
That's what we are saying. So when you are
now we have 18 million people.
Yes, I was talking to some people
NRM.
recently, and they told me that Right Honorable Anita Mong was not brown. I told them, you people, the lady was brown. If you become more brown, that's a different thing. But
Mr. Tugumi, I don't know what's wrong with this morning. You are going so passionate. You started with President Museveni's attire, and now you are going to the color of our speaker. Let's not go there.
What I'm trying to say.
No,
let's not use that example.
Were you dark or you are you
Did you bleach?
This is not a matter of bleaching.
Yeah, did you bleach?
That's what I'm saying. Now
let's not go back.
Now you brought it properly. NURP did not breach, okay? NURP was there, and Kyagulanyi comes and joins it. When you come and join it, and then it becomes popular, you don't choose it of becoming popular.
Let's go back.
So did he join it legitimately, or there was?
No, he did not. He didn't.
So you are reclaiming your party?
He didn't.
That story never ends. That story never ends. Let's go back to President Museveni.
Yes, President Museveni.
Yes. Here you're saying something.
Yes,
very
his constituency is the army. And the reason why he's talking to his constituency...
His constituency is the army?
Is the army. That is his constituency. You see?
No, he campaigns in the whole Uganda.
No, he represents the constituency. Why do you think he's putting on the uniform when he's talking to speak to his colleagues? That is his constituency. So he is informing them that, guys, anytime I might lose the elections, but my losing elections will not be a proper way of losing. Please, in the last elections, they managed to steal 1 million votes from me, and that was only NUP. If you can count, which other candidates were there? If you can count other candidates who also could have stolen, why is he not talking about
Patrick Oboyamuriat was there.
Why is he not talking about FDC? Why is he talking about NUP? So it has many issues. So as a political analyst, you understand very well that the man might not even stand in the next coming elections.
No, that's
He's
not
so
true.
fearing, he's so fearing, he is so intimidated, self-intimidated, to the extent that he's now saying that in the last elections he was stolen, so in this one, might also what? Things might change. So we need to be very, very careful with his remarks. Either is no longer interested in standing for the office of the president because of the fearing of the NUP. So, or he is trying to show that if NUP comes again, might also again touching his whatever in his votes. So he could be preparing the military to be so hard on NUP as a party. That is number one. Please, the military, if you are my constituency and you know where we are going, please be hard on the NUP. Is not a joke. They stole 1 million and we are going for elections. Remember, next year we are going for election. Next year in May, the parliamentary year will have been off and we shall be going for another elections now. So, yes, he's trying to tell them that please, you are here, I've come to commission, I've come to celebrate with you, but there is a threat on us, and this is NUP. That is number one. Number two, he could be telling them that I might not be there by the next elections because of NUP. He's trying to show you the strongest party among all the parties now. He's seeing NUP. Remember, Chagulanyi is not a military.
You are the runners-up in the previous election.
No, running up is not. But there was a third person. It was also there. He has never mentioned. I think the third was who? The FDC, isn't it? But he has never mentioned Amuriat in his speech.
Consider the percentage he got.
Eh.
He wasn't a good competitor.
But how did he select the steering?
He did put up a good competition.
Why is he putting the steering to NUP? No.
It's worth mentioning.
How did the NUP steal his votes? To go and look for Museveni's vote and you steal
and that's
it.
why, that's
yes.
the question you're raising.
Yes.
That's why I'm praying that the NUP sues him.
No, there is no need.
Well, there is. Because, like I said, if they can sue him, then, like you say, that he who alleges carries the burden to prove. He must lay on the table that evidence. And by laying the evidence on the table, trust me, he will also have exposed, some of the NRM activities, which some people have always, say that the NRM is cheats, rigged elections, in a bid to defend himself in court. That is in case the NUP takes that decision to sue him. In a bid to defend himself, he's also going to expose the NRM and its wrongdoings, if at all they are there during election.
But you see, first of all, President Museveni was an NRM candidate. The NRM
he has always been.
Yes, he was the NRM candidate.
Our solo candidate.
Yes, he was a solo candidate for NRM. So NRM would have taken the mantle to actually question the Electoral Commission on the mismanagement of election to the extent that their candidate lost 1 million. And up to now, the NRM has never said anything. So himself, President Museveni, coming alone and speaking before the NRM is also bad for NRM party. Yes, we still have the Electoral Commission, which is there, and is the one who appoints the Electoral Commission. Can the Electoral Commission, talk about this thing? They need to explain to us what exactly, how did the president...
By the party is also citing incompetence on the side of the Electoral Commission.
Yes.
Mr. Ninsima, let's listen to him. When the president, like he says, when the president speaks like this, one, he's also showing the weaknesses of the Electoral Commission. For them, they always claim that they organize free and fair elections. That's the Electoral Commission. In fact, the Independent Electoral Commission. Now here is one candidate who even won the election, saying...
No, they declared the wrong candidate whose results had been stolen. So we need to hear they declared completely a wrong candidate. And we are going to challenge them.
Where does this leave the Electoral Commission? Because when a candidate claims that I was cheated, and yet the organizing body claims that for them they organize free and fair elections, where does this leave them? And their reputation as well.
Like I said, that the president's remarks is now a subject of discussion to us, the party, as the NRM and also the relevant authorities or organizations that when the president mentions about his 1 million votes being alleged, we cannot just take it lightly.
Being stolen.
Yes, we cannot just take it lightly. Either, like I said, we have to intensify the mobilization as the party, as the NRM, that we look forward to combating all these claims and in the forthcoming elections. Two, our president, like the Office of the National Chairman, Chambogo, people have been saying, Mzee Tova Kumain, the president is on the ballot paper 2026. I want also to mention it to
Lately they came up with another campaign.
Tell my brother.
Lately they came up with another campaign
that the president is standing
say
in
no to
2026.
forceful transition. That's our latest campaign.
That's what they are saying.
Yes. Say no to forceful transition.
So they even know themselves that the man might not even come back.
No,
Well, they're
but-
talking those who are forcing him to quit. That is the PLU group. They are, they are hinting on them, asking them, do not force us into a transition. We are not ready to.
But you
for
see,
that. Carry on.
power belongs to the people. He knows it, that whoever participates in the elections has to first of all sell his or her manifesto to the Ugandans, and it is the Ugandans to decide whoever becomes the president or whoever becomes the leader. So, I think the president's words is, first of all, a light to us and a subject that we should revise it further because we cannot just take it lightly. When the president says, no, the votes were alleged and we just keep looking on, we might face the same in the 2026 elections.
You see?
So, but now, what do we have to do before we reach the 2026 elections? One is reclaiming all the, our votes by doing the intensifying mobilization and looking forward that this government provides all the necessary services to the Ugandans for them to come up and participate and use their constitutional mandate under Article 59(1), the right to vote. They vote for us in the 2026
we are calling
elections.
for a recount of the votes. We are calling for a recount.
Of
Now we are-
2021?
Yes, because now, we must clear this.
No, but it may be overtaken by events.
No.
The recount
For
you
the
are claiming.
for the purposes of establishing the truth. When a head of state stands and says they stole 1 million votes, that's not a joke. A million vote is not a joke.
Something big.
Yes, we want to recount all the votes. We recount
Yes.
and see exactly, establish the truth. If the president has started speaking, lies, telling lies to the military, then people should know. If he's telling the truth and we find out that entirely the votes of the president, of President Museveni, were stolen, equivalent to 1 million, we completely annul all the processes, and his period of leadership should be declared null and void. And then we start afresh. I'm telling you.
What will that change?
Yes,
As you wind up,
As I wind up. Yes, now we are going to dismantle everything because he's the one who has brought it.
Okay.
We want to recount the votes. If we find that the president is telling lies, he should be held responsible for telling lies, not to the public. Then if we find it is true that his votes were stolen and the Electoral Commission deleted 1 million from his votes and declared something else, we annul the whole process of his elections as a president of this country, because he's a wrong candidate.
I thank you.
You cannot be declared on wrong reasons and become the president of Uganda.
I
We
thank you.
can't.
Use a second.
I think what
Just a second.
I think what Mr. Tugume is saying is impossible. Like when he says that they can nullify the entire process and that the president is not the legitimate president by the results of the elections. It can be overtaken by events.
It has.
It has been overtaken by events.
Which event?
But now,
Gentlemen,
what we are saying, the
Wind up.
president's message of him saying that the NUP rigged the 1 million elections votes in the last concluded elections of the 2021 is a message to us as the supporters, as the cadres, as the NRM party, that we cannot just sit and keep looking on. We have to intensify our mobilization activities to see that come 2026, we don't have such a claims, we don't have, you know, such a words that these people have alleged. Because much as we may say that these people have not alleged our elections, but we also have to go down and look further and see. We might have, have some challenges there, by not intensifying the
dialogue. We began the dialogue meeting yesterday. Even today we are going back for a second day.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know, yes. How can we go for a dialogue when the man is claiming that the votes were stolen?
So from here, we wish you a good day. See you then. Goodbye for now.